Welcome to Aris Solutions tutorial on Evvie Employer Visit Maintenance. In this training we will show you how to approve a shift. Once shifts are completed and approved by employees, the employer will get an email notifying them that they are ready for their approval. You must log into Evvie portal through the link in your welcome email. Click the blue Sign in with FMS1 button. Enter your email and password for FMS1, then click Login. If you do not know your password or forgot your password, click the Forgot Your Password link and follow the on-screen instructions. Once you are logged in, click the large E icon to log into Evvie portal. When you arrive on the home screen, select the blue View All Shifts button. You will then see all the shifts that your employees have completed. In the middle of the screen, you will see a series of options that will allow you to filter the shifts. If you have more than one employee, you can click in the Employee box to select the person to filter by. You can also filter by date range or status. To view a particular shift, click the View Shift button on the right-hand side of the shift listed. Once the shift has been opened, you will see detailed information about the shift, including the consumer and employee associated with the shift, the length of the shift, and the service code. Below the shift's detail, there is a table that tracks the status of the shift over time. At the bottom of the View Shift screen, a series of color-coded buttons are shown, which could include Adjust Shift in gray, Deny Shift in red, Approve Shift in green, and View All Shifts in blue. If the shift is correct, click the Approve Shift button. The employer must approval lock the shift for it to be submitted to payroll for payment. This is done from clicking the Approve Shift button near the bottom of the View Shift page. On the next screen, there are two optional fields, one for a phone number and one for comments. At the bottom of the screen, you will see two buttons. One is Awaiting Confirmation, and one is Cancel. Clicking Cancel will take you back to the View Shift page without approving. Click the checkbox to confirm and certify your shift. The Awaiting Confirmation button is now changed to a green Lock as Approved button. Click that button to approve the shift. You will see a message saying the shift has been successfully updated. Note: all manually created shifts will need to be approved by the employee and employer, and that these shifts are not compliant with Evvie. After locking a shift as approved, a shift can no longer be changed or edited and will be sent to payroll for processing at the end of your pay period. If you accidentally locked a shift, you will need to reach out to Aris Solutions Evvie team at 1-800-798-1658 for assistance in canceling or editing that shift. Next, we will walk you through how to deny a shift. In cases where a shift needed to be denied, you will follow the same steps to open a shift in the Evvie portal. At the bottom of the View Shift screen, click the red Deny Shift button. On the next screen, you must select the denial code to indicate why the shift was denied. Click the checkbox to certify the shift, then click Submit Denial. We will now move on to how you can adjust a shift. There could be a few reasons to adjust a shift, such as, the employee arrived at a shift, but mobile device wasn't working and could not clock in. Incorrect service code selected. The employee simply forgot to clock in and out. Note: try to minimize the number of shifts with adjustments. When they are adjusted, the shifts are no longer Evvie compliant and corrective action may be implemented, such as withholding payment, if a user has a large amount of adjustments. When logging into the portal, you will follow the same steps to open a shift in the Evvie portal and choose Adjust Shift in gray at the bottom of the screen. Select an exception code and reason code for needing to adjust the shift. Make the necessary adjustments to the shifts, such as changing the clock in, clock out, or service code. Once the shift is correct, scroll to the bottom of the page. Click the checkbox to certify the shift, then click the blue Submit Adjustment button. This will change the status to Approved, where it must then be approved locked to be submitted for payroll. If you need to create a manual visit, please note, manually entered visits are not Evvie compliant. Aris Solutions keeps track of these visits, and in accordance with Vermont guidelines, can withhold payment if a user submits too many manually created visits. Only manually create visits when absolutely needed. Click the Create a New Shift button at the top of the View All Shifts page. You will need to fill out the required fields on this screen. Select both an exception code and reason code. Choose the best option available for your situation. Click the Start Date and Time field to enter the start time of the shift. If not already selected, Choose the time zone for the shift. Click the End Date and Time field to enter the end time of the shift. Click the drop-down menu for consumer and select the correct consumer. A consumer enrollment drop-down will appear. Select the correct consumer enrollment, then the correct service code. Select the checkbox at the bottom of the screen to verify the shift. Then click Create Shift button. The manually created shift will begin in the status of submitted. It must then be approved by the employee and locked by the employer. If you have any questions, please reach out to the RS Solutions Evvie team at 1-800-798-1658 or through email at evv@rssolutions.org or financial@rssolutions.org for assistance. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and that concludes the tutorial for Evvie Employer Visit Maintenance.